Yo, what up, what up? Good morning, GM. What day is it? Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. Yeah, another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler, Mando, GM. How you guys doing today?
Fantastic. How are you?
Fantastic. Feeling great, actually. Doing really, really good. You absolutely love to see this. Things are popping. The space is lively. And look, I mean, look, we're not getting this dip yet, so we'll see. Don't want to jinx it, but you know, things are looking good right now across the space. You know, coins are popping, and people are a little euphoric. You love to see that. Tyler, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, and we got billionaires pumping our backs on a daily basis right now. So how could you not be happy on a Wednesday morning?
Yeah, we do have billionaires pumping our backs.
Unless you're in the wrong bags, and then maybe you need to reevaluate.
I'm probably in the wrong bags right now. But it's okay. It always flows back. We're in the Murad bag still. We didn't rotate out of Murad. Oh, that was you, Mando. Now I see. You nuked my bags.
What?
I
haven't nuked anyone's bags.
I'm playing with you. Today on the show, today, let's see what we got. Well, we got market report as usual. So crypto, macro, all that good stuff. Bitcoin's holding strong. Solana, I'd love to see that. You know, Ethereum is just being Ethereum. We'll have a conversation about that a little later. Tyler's top 1,000. I'm sure he's only going to talk about GOAT. So Tyler's GOAT. GOAT talk.
Yeah, I want to talk about.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is there's a tiny bit of echo. I don't know which one. Where does it come from? Is it a little echo in the back?
Probably mine.
If you just turn your phone, maybe it will stop. I don't know. Or put like something over it.
It's gone.
But yeah, it's gone. Boom. That and then we're gonna have the ARB update. We couldn't do it yesterday. Couldn't do it Monday. We're gonna do it today. Little Arbitrum update as usual. Then we got a Robic loot box spin. Let's see who wins what. You know, reminder: we have Milady's Protocol Gremlins, we got Project Aeons, we got Post, our Red Guys, we got RLD. So we got a lot of stuff in that box right now. And then last but not least, this show is powered by Galaxis. With seamless built-in monetization tools, Galaxis enables the development of sustainable long-term communities, fulfilling Bitcoin's vision of decentralized freedom and independence from centralized control. But anyways, Mando, talk about this market.
Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
Yeah, so there's been a little bit of stuff going on in macro actually for the first time in a little bit. We've had all-time highs, obviously, back to back for like 6 weeks. We've actually had 2 down days in broader stocks the last 2 days. And the main thing there is that we've seen bond yields and the dollar have actually gone up pretty substantially. So a lot of people have been seeing the idea that we will that inflation might rebound. I'm not too sure if I agree with that sentiment, but that's become slightly more consensus that we're going to see inflation rebound. The 10-year yield has gone above 4.2 to 4. It's around 4.2 to 4.3% at the moment. So it's a big move back higher. Remember, it was comfortably below 4% for a while there. You have some of the best known traders in the whole world. Paul Tudor-Jones went on TV yesterday and said that all roads lead to inflation. You've had Druckenmiller also go on and say something similar. Like a lot of people are now pointing towards inflation coming back. I think the hedging, the put call ratio on treasuries at the moment is the highest it's ever been. Highest it's been in 2024. So the hedges against bonds going lower, i.e. yields going higher, has been rocketing. So, and that's caused the dollar to rebound. So the dollar is actually also having a very, very strong little period here. It's up 4% just in the last month alone. And the yen as well is looking weak. So the stuff that we kind of saw in the first half of the year really has kind of come back a little bit. the yen is looking particularly weak, which is last time led to some sort of intervention, and we haven't really seen that happen yet so far. And higher dollar normally would lead to kind of lower gold, lower Bitcoin, but interestingly, most people are pointing to a higher dollar here because of out of control inflation or debasement, and that's actually led to relative gold is still going higher. Like gold is heading towards 2,800 and it hit 2,700 just a few days ago. So and that's an asset that does not move that often or that quickly. So what you've seen is a rally in commodities even with a higher dollar. Bitcoin, I think, slightly ran into a bit of a wall on the back of that over the last 24 hours just because of the strength in the dollar. But I still think it will be something that people will look to buy on that because people still view it as an obvious inflation hedge. But yeah, Bitcoin dropped below 66K on the back of that. Stocks have seen a little bit of weakness. Just people getting a little bit more worried about what's the best inflation hedge. In crypto, what we've seen really is that Bitcoin's headed lower. Obviously, ETH continues to underperform. It's the whipping boy of the majors. Solana has decently outperformed, and I think there's two reasons for that. Number one is the huge amount of DEX volumes that are going through again. So what you have seen is the resurgence with these AI coins and meme coins. You've seen a resurgence in Solana DEX volumes and Solana fees. So we used to see this a few months ago, but Solana's regularly flipping ETH for 24-hour fees. A lot of the individual protocols on Solana are flipping ETH equivalents. And a lot of people are getting bullish back again on this sort of stuff, the real economic value. I think that's an all-time high for it right there. So big rebound in Solana activity, which is driving it pretty significantly higher, and it's been outperforming quite a lot. So Solana looks like it's heading back towards 170, even with Bitcoin lower and ETH lower. So pay attention to that. We haven't seen Solana outperform for a couple of months, 2 or 3 months now. And then now it's outperforming. It's not just outperforming because the chart looks good. It's outperforming because of real stuff going on there. And I think the other thing is people are getting bullish on AI a lot more. And yeah, the goat meme happened on Solana, but I think the more obvious thing to look for here is that you could see Solana dominate that sort of activity if it starts to pick up meaningfully. So AI agents or
the burn.
Right, yeah. So
the burn usage. It's kind of what we were talking about yesterday. It's actually burning a ton.
Yeah, so this is a real reason why it's rallying.
Interest on money.
I kind of felt like it would get caught up in the inflows, but I moved all of my Bitcoin back into Solana and into and into GOAT. Yes, well, Solana was 2 days ago, and then I moved.
This was Mando.
So I own 0 Bitcoin right now. I own just Solana and GOAT in my majors bag.
This is called the Mando candle right there. He moved a $80 billion asset. Just so you know, we're playing well games. This was Mando's candle.
Yeah, I just feel like I just pay attention to this sort of stuff, and there seemed like a bit of a narrative shift, and one that I think will persist. So I think it's in a decent spot. In terms of broader crypto stuff, it's been a bit of back and forth on stuff around the SEC that feels like they're not going to let sleeping dogs lie. They came out yesterday with some more aggressive commentary about what they're going to do to crypto in 2025. There was some headline around India maybe banning crypto. They've already slightly you can only it's very difficult to trade or onboard into crypto without centralized exchanges in India. The vast majority of users use centralized exchanges, so it's already kind of slightly controlled, I would say. But let's see what happens there. They have been exploring a CBDC for a while there. Nothing else there that would move markets. Azura, which is a very well-known DeFi raise, looked like it launched its platform, which got a lot of people bullish. AVAX brought out a debit card, which maybe got people bullish. Saylor said that he was going to give up all his Bitcoin to civilization after he dies. I don't know what that means, but
What?
yeah, he said he was going to do a full Satoshi. So I don't know if that means he locks his private keys, and but he said he has no kids, right? Saylor's not married, no kids. He is the ultimate Sigma.
No baby mamas.
So I don't know, but that's what he said. So maybe we won't see that that Bitcoin ever hitting the market. I mean, he obviously has some he owns personally, and then he has some he owns via his company. So I don't know what that means. But then, yeah, I'll probably just throw it to Tyler here because it does feel as though the left curve stuff is just the main stuff again. You can talk about majors, which is like Solana outperforming Bitcoin, but it's really just down to all this AI
It's
stuff.
looking good, man. That's the Solana chart and everything else happening on it. Again, like the all this AI stuff is happening on Solana, right? So it's I love this comment. Mango has been talking shit about Solana for months now, and then he full ports Solana. I love the typo, Mango.
I'm a trader.
I love the Mango typo though. It's so funny. Oh my god. Love to see that. Listen, glad to have you back. Pumping our bags here. Glad to have you back here. It looks like you're big on the GOAT stuff. I mean, let's talk about GOAT for a second. I don't really want to. It's crazy how we were talking about Truth Terminal on the show like 3 months ago. It had like 1,000 followers. And it's a painful one. It's a painful one. I looked at the dip. I looked into it like 200 and fucked it up. So where is this thing going?
Man, can I ask maybe like real quick? I know you got it run. Like, was there a particular tipping point for GOAT that made you want to enter?
Yeah,
like, we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. So curious. For your thoughts.
So is what I think we had a conversation about it 3 days ago, right? Which was like, where will it top out? And we both said, you know, when the AI makes $1 million, and then it did kind of do that, and then it fell back down, and then that A16Z interview that I saw yesterday, I was like, it's gonna win the narrative battle here, like, and it's gonna win the narrative battle with funds. That's what I kind of got from that, and I just kind of felt like that. And then I saw the top. If you type in GOAT, I even saw it this morning, but like the top Binance trader, 4% of the GOAT supply as well this morning.
Wow.
And
I saw that.
It's gonna be the trade of the cycle. Basically, what I thought is that like, and I owned it very early on. I sold it. It went to 100 million, and I was like, this isn't really a true AI icon. I prefer Turbo. And then once it gets to that sort of level, where like it's won the narrative battle, and like, oh, this is the first AI coin, I think that has normie appeal. That's basically what I think. And whether that gets challenged or not, I think people can buy into that, and that can like weirdly have crazy multiples still. Like, I don't think this is the sort of thing, and maybe I'm smelling the roses here, but like, I'm not a huge believer in the original story. I don't think it's like the perfect story by any means. Like, oh, somebody created a coin, but that story as well like can become really big if it continues to get bigger. And I think the fact that A16Z has given it the stamp of approval, and everyone knows, right, Andreessen. Like, if you know Andreessen, he's probably one of the biggest tech investors of the last 2 decades, probably the biggest, right? And if he's saying this is interesting, like, a lot of people, I think, will buy it. And so I think that narrative is a sort of thing that could take that to like 3 or 4 bill, in my opinion. Like that could be like, oh wow, like that's like a proper story. That was just my, or at least maybe put it this way: I don't see it going lower after what he often like. Was that a buy at 500 million? In my opinion, I was like, I don't think that's going to go down to 300 million. I think it's more likely to be like, wow, like this goes to like.
What are we thinking?
Level.
This is going to be the cycles meme coin? Like, is this the one that's going to like take over all the other memes?
No, I just think that there's a few. The chart just reminded me of Pepe so much when I looked at it, and I remember like when I was looking at it and being like, oh, you can fade it, and then when it reaches, because there were so many other Pepe coins. If you remember, like the original thesis of Pepe was like, why the fuck is this the one, right? And then it gets to a point where it doesn't actually matter, and it's like, oh shit. And I feel as though it's not quite there yet with GOAT, but after that interview, I was like, it could do that. It could do that. It's so yeah. My bet on this is that it's got the best chance of most over the last few months to do something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think a couple of reactions on my side. One, as soon as I saw the Mark Anderson pod, a full 40-minute pod, like that was a big signal. It really was. I think that's hard to deny. I think part of the reason it's had success early on is because, like you, like I didn't buy the story early on. Like I saw it at 2 million. I didn't buy it because it felt like this wasn't the way this was supposed to play out. Like the Truth Terminal didn't launch the token. It was launched by the random third party, so on and so forth. But I think you need that kind of like division. It was not a consensus play. Like you had loud voices on the timeline flooding it, calling it like dumb, like this isn't real. That kept it from being a consensus trade, which I think you need in the early days. It had some friction. And now, to your point, I think none of those details matter. I really just don't think it matters anymore.
Yeah.
You had Mark Anderson calling it, and pretty powerful. He said this is the first convergence of AI in crypto. That's a powerful narrative right there.
That's my point. That's the second bit of this, is that this isn't when Pepe did this, right? You knew it was going to be other retail people coming in and buying it. My guess with this is that, like, if he is saying that, it maybe crosses the acceptability threshold for funds. Like, I'm pretty sure if you're investing in AI and crypto, you've really just owned Tau and maybe like one of the two of the other like deep in style AI coins. Like, I just feel as though there's a shot here that like some of these guys go, right, yeah, we need to own this.
Interesting. This is wild. Are we meant to full port this thing?
Did you see that Binance? Did you see that Binance thing?
Yeah.
Just type in GOAT, you'll see it. Like,
I know, I saw it. I have my notifications on for this guy.
Yeah. I got on a flight and I saw that, and it did just make me question. Was it him?
No. I know. I forget his name. He's the big whiff guy. He has like a giga whiff position and gold and a bunch of stuff. He's the guy, the horse with the hat. He's a big he was like a huge whiff guy. Remember?
Yeah.
Nachi.
This guy.
And he's still got he's big in gold. Like that's it. He's big in whiff, narrow, soul, and gold. Like that's his tokens.
Wow.
So go down to what he wrote.
He made like 20 mil on whiff or some shit.
Maybe I thought about this too much on the flight over here.
All right, he made $64 million.
Right. I thought about this a bit too much on the flight over here, but I was like, you know what? This may be.
Yeah.
Like, this actually, because I think as it goes higher, like I can even see it in the chat that we're in, Tyler. Like, we're in shared chat. People are going like, oh, I saw this so low and I faded it. And like, it's got that sort of, it reminds me so much of when Pepe did that.
Yeah,
and
100%.
Like,
100%. Same thing.
So, and no one wants to buy it at this level, which means that it probably goes higher because no one wants to buy it. Like, oh, it's going to go to 500 million. Oh, it's going to 600. And it just has that like, how have I missed this when I'm in crypto every day? Like bit about it, like, which I think people felt about with Pepe. There was a lot of people who played like the Pepe beaters afterwards, or like tried to. That's even like how a bunch of the coins even this cycle have become big. But I don't know. That was just my gut. Maybe I'm overthinking it, as the comments are saying. Maybe I'm underthinking it. Like, part of me just thinks that like this is a sort of narrative that people will that I now think is just won the narrative battle. So
yeah.
I think the other part of it is this AI meta is exploding so quickly, and like there are tons of beta plays. Some of them are doing very well. A lot of them are like they're soaring on huge volume fast, and then they're dipping.
Yeah.
Like, for me personally, like I got burned. Like I lost like 15 trades in a row, where all I should have done was just been buying GOAT. Right. So I think there's going to be people who have this realization, just like bet on the winner. And I think, man, you tweeted this morning. It's not a new. Great. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. It's not a new thought, but it's just one that it's easy to get caught up playing all these betas, or you could just bet on the winner.
Beta trades are you have to time them.
Yeah.
That's generally what it is. But yeah, this feels like the alpha one. I got to go, guys. But yeah, I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.
See you, bro. All right. Well,
Did you convince you, Farouk? Are you ready to full port goat or what?
I wouldn't full port it, but like this type of coin, I'd throw $1 million at. Not yet, though.
Casually, here's a casual million in the goat. Well, I think we can move on, but like we were just talking about betas. I don't know if this is a beta or not, but the biggest mover on Solana of the day was another AI token. It was.
I knew we were going to talk about that.
I think we have to. I mean, 100 million in volume on one day.
Is that the one? Is that what you're going to mention?
Yeah, Flavia.
Do it.
I tweeted about it 5 times.
A friend of mine said it's like 10 million, and I was like, yeah, it's already gone up like 30,000%. Why the fuck would I buy a beta up 20,000? Right? Like, you don't usually do that.
I'm in the exact same situation. A good friend sent in at 10 million. I had been burned on so many of these. I'm like, I'm just going to sit on my hands. And then I actually did capitulate in. So disclosure, I bought this around 35 million last night. I got out of bed to come back and buy this because I had some FOMO. The story is a little bit more interesting. This isn't just some random like AI meme generator. So this is from a real person. Let me try to pull up the details here. I told a little bit of the story on Twitter this morning, but it's from this person, Trevor McFedries. He has a history of creating virtual AI influencers. So he's the creator of Little Michaela, who apparently has amassed 2.5 million followers on Instagram. And he's partnered with Anthropic AI to help build out Flavia, which is an AI agent. And apparently it is running the Flavia coin. So it verified the DEX. I believe it's got access to the Telegram. So Trevor is going to let this thing run with it. And apparently he's got some other plans. So that's the story there. I mean, my God, it's a massive runner. I mean, it's up 100,000% in a day. So like it's tough to enter here. But it's an interesting story from a real person and not just some kind of, manufactured story out of, the random AI cabal of the day. So this one might have some legs.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot, dude. I think I would just buy GOAT.
Well, here's the thing, man. Like he threw it to me for the left curve part of the show, which I love that. The AI meta is not left curve, man. This is a
AI meta is not left curve at all.
This is a harder meta to play.
I mean, this is like a right curve.
Yes. Or you just go left curve and throw it at the winner. That's left curve, right curve play there. But you can't deny the volume, and now we're seeing it reflected in Solana price action. And I think let's come back to this. It is notable that these AI agents are launching on Solana when they could have picked any of the blockchains.
That's what I was saying. Like, I think this is one of the most bullish things for Sol, right? Like those numbers we saw, like the record-breaking numbers again on Solana, are probably because of GOAT, right? Like Pepe was like driving a ton of traffic back to Ethereum, right? When they first launched, if you compare it to that, it was insane. Like to the point where even it was impacting gas fees all over again, which is awesome. But now it's like GOAT is doing that on Solana. WIF was doing that with Solana, if you remember, in Q4 last year. Same time. They were November, December last year, when Solana went from like $60 all the way to like 100 something. I think it's 2x over a couple months, maybe more. I remember taking the trade end of November at 60, full porting Sol. So it was a little less than that before. It was in the 40s, I think. It was 38, actually, I think. I remember that. And now you're seeing something similar happening all over again. And I have a feeling we're going to see the same play as Q4 last year, where Solana again probably smashes through highs, which the highs are like in the 200s, 210 by like, let's say, end of year, beginning next year. And you probably see a token just like WIF take off to a couple $2 billion. And WIF itself, right? Like even that guy, I took a good, I went back into a pretty large size WIF position for the reason that like, even those guys that are talking about this, like for example, a Nachi guy, right? That Mando keeps talking about, the guy took 4% of the GOAT supply. What does he post? He posts the GOAT with the hat. Like, so it's like, That's his literally. That's the guy, like that man that was talking about, right? So like, I do think that like I was telling a friend of mine yesterday, I was like buying these meme coins and everything, trying to rotate into meme. I was like, just like buy the sure plays on these chains, right? Like for me, like the Ethereum sure plays are Pepe Mog, and for me, like the Solana sure plays a Popcat with. Oh, no Popcat, but do think it's a sure play there. Aside from the Mirage memes, which I think will come back once that plays out. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Obviously, Goat is taking a lot of heat away from the Murad memes, but I do think that like it's always like this, right? Rotation to a new meta. Everyone's gonna buy Goat or flavor of the week Goat, meaning like the shitty Goat. Then Goat's gonna go to billions. All the other ones are gonna go to zero, and then you probably flows back into like the Murad memes, right? Like, what do you think? Where do you think we're at with these?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, quickly on Whiff, everyone wanted to victory lap the hat falling off, right? I think Ledger, most famously Kobe's old co-host.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's going anywhere. It's still my biggest meme coin position.
I actually took a fucking fat position in it. So I'm just close here with you. Like, also, like, it's not like I can move a $2.4 billion thing with 20 million liquidity, but I agree with you. And actually, one of the reasons is you. You keep mentioning it, and I don't think you're wrong. When Popcat performs well, Whiff tends to perform well. And one thing I've noticed with Whiff, Tyler, is that it moves with Pepe.
Mm-hmm.
And it only moves when Solana stops aggressively moving. So during this last Solana aggressive sharp move up to 170, which is still there. It's a 170 right now, 168, 169. Whiff has gone down 30 cents, which you're like, what the fuck? Because it was 276, right? And Pepe was also having an aggressive move. They both moved the same. It's crazy to watch. Pepe and Whiff just are following the exact same pattern. So I do think that Popcat stays popping. Look, I had Popcat like 100 mil. Like I don't have it yet, but I fucking love it. Like I think it is the cat. Like I agree with Murad. It's like the cat meme, whatever. I don't know, man. I think this is not the time to like sell. I actually really like what K-Money said yesterday. Let me read you a quote. I don't know if you saw me post it.
I missed this one.
K-Money's quote went, "Don't throw good money at bad money."
Yeah.
I think it's important to tell people this, and that GOAT is good money in my opinion right now here. But what I mean by that is, if you miss GOAT, present, miss GOAT, don't have any GOAT. Let's say I were to buy GOAT right now. Sure, maybe it goes up. But this is not where you buy the third beta to GOAT. This is not where you sell your, Whiff is down, your Pepe, your Mog, your Retardio, Lock-in, SPX, Giga, I only have 2 of the 10 Murad memes, or 3. So let's say all the Murad memes. Somewhere let's say those are down, that's up 1,000,000%. Somewhere you sell that to move into that, because once it rotates back, it can be fucked, right?
Yeah. I mean, I probably donked off 30% of my Whiff bag over the last year, just like chasing new metas. And for the most part, they were losing plays. And
I lost a few $100,000 with that this summer.
That's what it is. It's like throwing good money, something I should have just held, versus chasing new things. And like, yeah, you it's tough when you show up every day and you see the G-Nons running 100x in a day. And like, man, I want to catch the next one, but those are very hard to catch. I
haven't been looking at on purpose because of that, because I made some big bets over the weekend / Monday. Like I moved around my basket of coins now a little bit more. And I was like, and now obviously we're seeing some downtrend like towards the coins I bought. So they're all down, right? A little bit, not crazy, like a little down, right? Like those coins. It's like mostly like with Pepe, more. I actually bought more Mog. No, like I didn't have enough. Nothing crazy, but it's like I just really like it because I was like, I played the breakout, right? So I was like, fuck it, it's gonna break out. Because I do think at some point Mog's gonna 2x and we're gonna be like, what the fuck, I missed it. Genuinely, that's how, and because that's how I talk about in the back end, right? And so, okay, it's all down. Yeah, my brainlet's down. My Mog's down, my Lock-in, my Tardio's down, this and that. But I'm like, that's cool. My Whiff is down. But it's like, okay. But like, I do think that over the next 10 days, it's going to be up. So I just don't look at the price action after I'm off the show. Just leave it up. Yeah. It's easy to FOMO in and out of things. I do want to go back to this, to the news though, and talk to you about some major stuff. Sure. I want to bring up this tweet by Hunter Horsley, which is fucking massive. Still on the topic of billionaires pumping our bags. Hunter Horsley is the CEO of Bitwise, right? One of the biggest ETFs in the industry, one of the biggest gobblers of Bitcoin and Ethereum. He said, this is massive. This is actually not the post I want to go to, but this is it. So Paul Tudor-Jones owning Bitcoin is a big deal. I would like for you to go into like who Paul Tudor-Jones is and stuff like that. But he says 2024, Paul Tudor-Jones owns Bitcoin. You're not smarter than Paul Tudor-Jones. Time to ditch the I just don't understand it cop out and catch up. So let's play this little clip here.
Are you off buying gold and Bitcoin and
I think all roads lead to inflation. We're going to end up but does all roads lead to inflation? Therefore, gold is a good investment. Is Bitcoin a good investment to you? I'm long gold. I'm long Bitcoin. I think commodities are so ridiculously underowned. So I'm long commodities. I think most young people find their inflation hedges via the NASDAQ. That's also been great. It's probably some combination. I probably have some basket of gold, Bitcoin, commodities, and NASDAQ, something like that. And I would own zero fixed income. If I had my cash, it'd be very short term. The playbook to get out of this, you see it in Japan right now. They have 2% inflation, 30 basis points overnight. They don't want to raise rates. The playbook to get out of this is that you inflate your way out.
Given all of the things you're saying.
So this man is only worth $8 billion.
Honestly, like the signals could not be any clearer right now. And I don't know what folks who are on the sidelines who don't believe, who are looking to invest, like what else they need to see. Like we have BlackRock going on their sales tour across the country talking about
$332 million yesterday, Tyler, for BlackRock.
The buying power of the US dollar. They've got the charts. They put the charts up. They show you how the buying power of the dollar has decreased and effectively how the buying power of Bitcoin has increased. And we have Paul Tudor-Jones going on MSNBC and just casually dropping it. Like it wasn't even like some big like fist on the table. Like I'm buying Bitcoin. It was just casual. Like I'm buying gold, Bitcoin, and commodities. Like it's become a common investment for him and for others, and for some reason it's not there yet. And he mentions the younger generation and wanting to buy like NASDAQ and buy stocks, and certainly I see that. But like, are you going to buy the index and maybe get 20% returns versus Bitcoin? We've seen what Bitcoin can do in bull cycles, right? And blow those returns out of the water. And then like the other alternative is gold. And I really feel like when you're talking about those under 40, are you going to buy gold or are you going to buy digital gold? I feel like the sales pitch is so obvious, and it really does feel like this 2024 has been a major shift. And like maybe we haven't quite seen it in the price action yet, but I do believe it's coming.
Yeah, it's I agree. I mean, at this stage, it's like, what else do you need? I think it's kind of an autopilot, right? When it comes to Bitcoin and the crypto industry being talked about outside, on top of it, just literally being a political thing at this stage. We're 13 days away from the elections. You have Paul Tudor-Jones, who's I'm just taking it off Google, but he's run a hedge fund for 40 years now. So 4 decades of hedge fund management, very successful, worth $8 billion. And so it's happening. You have Mark Andreessen, Ben Horowitz talking about GOAT token, fucking 40 minutes or an hour yesterday on their podcast. It's insane. And by the way, dude, I know people want 62K, brother. It's not looking like it's, I don't know, Tyler. Look at this. It's back at 68K, 67K already. You know what I mean?
I don't want to get there.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's consensus was that. Mm-hmm. It's like everyone keeps calling for it. I don't know. Maybe we retest one more time and go, I don't know what it is, but we're looking good, dude. I mean, look at these charts. Don't look at this one.
It was what Paul Tudor-Jones did not mention was Ethereum.
Man, can we talk? Let's bring up this tweet I talked about yesterday. I wanted to bring up on the show.
I think we have to.
It was Davis Base Carbon. I'm actually curious what people think. Is Ethereum's underperformance based on its lack of marketing, or is it based on people not caring about the asset? Because on one hand, you have Bitcoin, gold, store value, right? Nothing's going to ever take that away from Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin and gold, literally, right? Like silver will never take over gold. You know what I mean? In the real world, right? And then you have Solana, right? And we just read those stats. It's almost becoming that ultrasound money narrative, right? Yes, Solana's being printed all the time. I get it. It's inflationary. We've already hit the all-time high in terms of market. I know all those things about Solana. I get it. Okay, obviously research where I put almost all my net worth in, right? I'm not an idiot. But it's burning a fuck ton. We say pump fund is extracting, pump fund is locking up money. We say Solana is inflating. Solana is also burning. Like the burns are all-time high. Shout out to Blockworks for those things, right? For those things that they're posting. But it's like, so let's say Solana's taken away from that narrative, the Ethereum narrative. Where does Ethereum sit?
Like that's the problem. I don't know what the clear pitch is right now. Personally, I don't know why anyone would hold Ethereum right now versus Bitcoin.
You hold Ethereum, you hold the meme coins on Ethereum, right?
Yeah. Like if you want Ethereum access, go buy Pepe or Mog or SBX. I don't understand holding Ethereum here. I don't understand what the pitch is exactly. I think a part of what happened is, you have the first cycle where, you run to these crazy numbers on, future valuations, all the future potential of the blockchain. Well, now we're 3 years later. I feel like a lot of what's happening on ETH and being built is also being built on Solana at 1/5 the valuation. And I think the reality is ETH was greatly overvalued for what it was able to do. And now we're seeing the price correction. And I'm not sure. Like, I feel like there's also just this thought anchored in all of our minds that, ETH is going to run with Bitcoin this cycle. Like, is it? Like, why? Like, why does it have to run in some certain ratio with Bitcoin when you have the next man up? And it's clear that Solana is the next man up for this cycle. I think Solana is probably going to face the same thing with the next man up next cycle, whether that's Sui, or Monad or whatever perhaps the next winner is defined as. So I think that's something we all need to be aware of, and that's what all the other L1s will face, an issue they'll all face other than Bitcoin, because the Bitcoin narrative is solved at this point. But I don't know what the ETH narrative is right now, and it's changed so much, and I think folks struggle with it. I think BlackRock's struggling to sell it themselves.
I mean, everyone's like, these are like ETH maximalists saying this. It's not like you and I, like, yeah, we're not maxed of anything. We actually hold everything. I know you and I have assets on Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana, right? It's like, whether it's memes, NFTs, fucking coins, but Sai is saying ETH is lagging. I mean, he literally has .ETH and the ultrasound money emojis in his name. Okay, y'all. So this is coming from one of them. so he said, ETH is lagging because of things like Polymarket is the biggest app in America right now, yet absolutely no one knows that it's built on Ethereum. Market needs to be addressed. He's right. Polymarket is this app's breakout app. This cycle's breakout app. Literally, right? It's on Ethereum, right? Oh, you could argue Polygon, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and then he goes, respectfully, this has nothing to do with if you need ETH to use it. If it's built on L1 or L2 or whatever, has nothing to do with fee burn, has everything to do with the meme factor of being built on Ethereum. If we can't get the simple and most basic message across, then we lose. What do you think of that statement? I think he's on the money.
Yeah, I think that the marketing thing is probably right. Another problem that stands out to me, though, is...
What is it?
Polymarket is the breakout app, but try to get your friend to use Polymarket. It is not easy. Like it is a massive user experience hurdle to jump to get to that app.
Yeah, now I saw Bloomberg thing saying like Polymarket may like crack down on like US users, etc. Like there was an article yesterday on Bloomberg about that.
Well, you can get it set up. Like you have to bridge to Polygon. You have to get.
I mean, I lost $1,000 from that. Yeah, it's a fucking hassle. Yes,
it's a pain in the ass versus like the Solana user experience, which is better. So I think like that points to another aspect of all this, and just the L2s versus L1s. I Polymarket clearly is one of the biggest winners of the cycle. Like I'm not going to dispute that. But I think ETH's usability perhaps is another, and its lack of getting to consumers, I think probably is another factor at play here.
Yeah. It's I don't know, man. It's so crazy because like all the big dApps, all the big breakout shit, like a lot of it is built on Ethereum. It's just like, I don't know. It's just not happening. Now let's stop talking about the problem, talk about the solution. I don't know what the solution is, Tyler. I don't think marketing now fixes it.
Yeah, I don't know that I had the answer. So I just sent you the A16Z State of Crypto dashboard.
Yeah. Yeah, is that the one that people were pissed about because they didn't really involve Solana either in there? Like they kind of like omitted it?
Oh, I guess I took it at face value. So if the data is wrong, then I guess take it with a grain of salt. But Well, yeah, basically what their data shows is for builder activity, it's like 80% of builders are on EVM versus 11% Solana, 4% Bitcoin, which kind of feels directionally right. But I think you would think, man, if there's that much focus and investment on Ethereum, like there should be more to show for it. I think if you scroll down, you see what they're all building. It's like over half of it's infra.
No way. Look at this. We're in the 5%. In the media. Just look at media. Oh my God, it's funny. Well, meme coins fall into media. What?
Interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Interesting. That's funny. Anyways. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm having flashback of Q4 2023, but it's gonna happen on a bigger level. It's gonna happen the same way. You have your Solana meme coins, you have your Solana underlying asset, and it's just gonna take off again. And ETH is going to go. Yes, ETH is gonna higher. Yes, ETH is probably gonna go back to all-time high, but the up cost versus the other coins that it's gonna run against, I don't know how it's looking, but it's I don't know. It's not looking great. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
What else? Oh, quickly, before I ask you what else you got for us. Raffleball.xyz. Yes, we are doing a Robic giveaway again today and the rest of the week. Every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Four days a week. You have a chance to come and win up to $75,000. And yeah, someone won 75K last week. And yesterday, someone won 2K. So raffleball.xyz. Make sure you sign up. And you can win. And the code today is Mangos. MANGOS. MANGOS is the code today. Tyler, what else? It feels like we've covered a lot of the big stuff. Is there anything that we've missed out from your daily news?
Quickly in memes and NFTs. So Pump Fund did launch the tokenization of videos.
Oh, yeah.
Some people think it might get them into hot water.
Should we play that video? Oh,
no, I probably shouldn't play that one. Well, you can. The video is fine. But
why? Yeah, so I saw some of this stuff. Like, what's going on there?
Just like perhaps with like licensing issues, like anyone can get any video off the internet and just tokenize it now. So I could see that getting messy. Now, I'm not an expert in all the rules and regulations tied to this.
Yeah. Let's play this out. That was hilarious, by the way.
I lost it watching this video. Stay tuned to the end, folks.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come.
Also just perfect. Perfect into that video. I may or may not have chased a meme coin tied to this video.
Of course you
I
did.
lost my ass on. So do not copy trade me.
So Pump Fund, again, making the news. First, we talk about the token stuff. Now we talk about the video. You can now tokenize videos on Pump.Fund. Upload your video, choose your thumbnail, and make your coin stand out. Everyone on the main page will see it. What will you create? So let's see what comes out of this, you know?
So there's that. I would love to talk to Alan to see like if they're worried about like the regulatory risk, or hopefully they've thought all that through.
Yeah.
We had 3 headlines in the art space. So one, Foundation rebranded their Instagram account to Rodeo Club, and they're focusing on broadening their audience, kind of citing that NFTs are dead and they don't want to wait for NFTs to come back. On the lighter side, a couple big auctions happening. So Botto is live at Sotheby's right now. If folks aren't aware, that's a decentralized AI artist. So perfect timing with this AI meta. Those lots are going to start closing tomorrow. So if you're into bidding on AI art, take a look at those. And then Alpha Story Kids, Piano Blossoms, the edition of 30. Those will start to end in about 3 hours. 3 hours from now.
Thank you, X. My boy, did you see that sale?
I missed it.
1 sell for 39 ETH yesterday.
That's big.
Fuck yeah, baby. Hey, he's in the audience. Look at that. Shout out, thank you, X. Do you want to give him a shout out? That's a big fucking deal, bro. It was listed at 39 ETH, and he got the sale like right away.
I probably can't name more than 10 artists who could command 39 ETH for 101 right now. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's a huge dub. Huge. I mean, I'm aside from me and friend Ryan, I'm genuinely a massive fan of his art. So It's you love to see that. Yeah, the arts, dude. The art world is like around, like it's just become separate niches. Like 2021, we were all one. It was like PFPs and art and memes and this and that. Now it's like, okay, you have the art folks doing the fucking art thing. You know, the Raoul Pals of world buying arts, like, you know, all these, the Medici, like all this stuff. And you have the meme corners, and you have, you know what I mean? It's just, we've just grown, you know?
Yeah, no, it's still very alive. It does feel like it's become its own niche, but the niche is doing okay right now.
I feel like it's almost finally getting like sucked into the bigger niche of art, slowly but surely, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, it's just starting to, it's just starting to, you know, kind of get something in the art thing, finally, you know?
If we want to talk sports real quick, the headline is simple. So Coinbase is an official partner of the Golden State Warriors, which for those who maybe not be like NBA diehards, it is one of the biggest marquee franchises in the NBA in the world, of course. So that's a big one. It actually piqued my interest for sports sponsorships and crypto. So I went through the history. So basically 2021 was a mega boom. 33 marquee sponsorships. Crypto.com was a huge one, along with FTX, of course. Then FTX crashed. Crypto bubble burst. Basically, most of the sponsorships went away. 2023, it was down to just one of the major U.S. sports. And now this was the first for 2024. So of the major U.S. sports being basketball, baseball, football, hockey, this is the only major crypto sponsorship. But globally, it is very alive. So there's 26. Soccer, or your football, perhaps, is leading the way. Let me see the data here. So yeah, so there's 11 soccer sponsorships, 3 in motorsports, 7 in esports, and then 2 in cricket. So I thought that was interesting for those who are into the sports scene. So perhaps check that out if you want more info.
Yeah, this is super cool. I love that. Dude, I'm a huge fan of crypto and sports. Fucking love it. It's like we fully taken over F1 at this stage. Like fully. Like crypto has, every single team has an F1 sponsor. I love it. It's I think I was speaking in the Red Bull Racing team yesterday. We got on with OKX this morning. I know doing stuff with McLaren. Like it's like, you know what I mean? It's all over. So if we're gonna take over basketball too, let's go. If a crypto sponsor wants to sponsor Montreal Canadiens and get me season tickets, and I'll go and rep you I will wear a t-shirt of your brand at every Montreal Canadiens games. If one of you wants to sponsor Montreal Canadiens, the Habs. We did lose 7-2 to the New York Rangers yesterday, but it's okay. So, I'm just
the Bulls. I'll wear your hat every day on the show.
There you go. And the Bulls, Chicago Bulls. I mean, where's Scottie Pippen? Hold on. He was listening to the Pump Fun Spaces yesterday.
Oh,
where's Scottie Pippen? Yeah, he was. There was a big Spaces with Alon and Frank Degas and those lads yesterday. Anyways, all right. Well, look, that's a good roundup. Love to see that. Lots of people in here. Love y'all. Make sure you retweet. Make sure you follow FOMO Hour, everyone, because we host this show every single Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is your last second to enter the draw. Sims, let's get someone winning and let's get going. Hurricanes for the win. Get the fuck out of here, yonder. Who supports a Carolina Hurricane? I've never even met anyone that comes from Carolina. Is Carolina even real? I'm kidding.
It's indeed real. The Hurricanes name hitting a little harder this year, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they are called the Carolina Hurricanes. All right, Sibs, Timothée Chalamet. Let's pick somebody to come and win this. I think someone's going to win a Sprado Gremlin today. Oh, we can't hear it. Oh, that's okay. Oh, we can. Oh, you haven't played that. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. All right. Oh, are you ready? Post E, baby. Post on the score. Post E. I love this. This is my favorite part of the Toast_T.
Real quick, that's not the first time I that video. So I was looking for it on Pump. But then,
so good, bro. It's so good. All right, Toasty, get your ass on the spaces. Toast_T. I mean, look, these Sprados. I carefully. Oh, there's 2 of the same one. It's okay. It's the same 1% on to win, anyways. Doesn't change anything. We got Spratos. We got Miladies, Punks, Hayons. I actually selected some more expensive red guys this morning too. These two here. Yeah, I like them a lot. Toast_T. Toast T. The fuck is this guy?
Come on up, Toast.
Come on, Toast. Don't miss out. Guy or a girl. Didn't mean to assume here. Toast T. Oh. Toasty, what up? Hold on. Toasty. They're on stage. At least they're on stage, so that's fine. They're here. Toasty, can you hear me? Toasty.
Oh, I know this. I know this account.
Okay, well, they're on stage, so they get the spin. Well, Toasty, okay, I see your thumbs up. Okay, perfect. All right, Toasty. I assume you're ready. Let's spin, baby. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, you got another red guy. Well, there you go. I'm sure you don't mind that because you're a red guy PFP, Toasty. Congratulations on winning $1,500. Again, on man, it's crazy that the minimum amount you can win now on this show is $1,500 every single day. I mean, you absolutely love to see it. Congratulations, Toasty. Bernie's going to reach out to you and make sure that you get your money sent over your way, or your red guy, that is. And with that, we'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, for another episode of FOMO Hour on Rug Radio. Let's go.